Good evening. My name is Sandeep Gill, and this is CAA in records in DNS. Coming to the definition, CAA stands for Certificate Authority Authorization. It is an internet security policy mechanism that allows domain name holders to indicate to certificate authorities whether they are authorized to issue digital certificates for a particular domain name. Simpler terms, with the CAA records, an administrator can define which service authority can provide or issue a certificate to a domain name. So CAA uses the basic and the main one being that domain name holders can use CAA records to specify one or more certificate authorities which are authorized to provide issue certificates when requested, and this adds a layer of protection on top of everything else with no risk, and up to a up to some extent prevents misissuance of certificates from certificate authorities, as well as it guards against breaches in certificate authorities and human error in them. So the history behind it is that there were so many blunders happening in around 2001 that there was uh, none no public trust in certificate authorities. It was damaged up to a greater extent, and there were many incidents of subversion in certificate authorities, giants like VeriSign and Komodo. And to tackle those things, there were many technologies laid out, which were certificate transparency, which provides a system to track the certificate issued, uh, basically logs and system to track. So it is much more like a CCTV system that you can go back and see who issued the certificates and all the information, but it didn't stop anything from happening. And thereafter, HTTP public key pinning was there, and as well as DANE system was there, which stopped or blocked certificates on the client side, which somehow helped the system. And then later on, CAA records were rolled out, which helped a lot with the misissuance of certificates and breaches as well. So coming on to the working of CAA, so the certificate authorities they implementing the CAA performs DNS lookup of a CAA resource record, and it ensures that they are listed as an authorizing party before issuing a certificate. So for example, if you have multiple trees under one root domain, you can classify different certificate authority for each subdomain, and every time there is a request for digital certificate, it will be served by respective certificate authorities mentioned in the certificate records. Also, we can determine multiple certificate authorities for the same domain. In this example, as we can see, there is a root address named example.ca. For that, we have determined the certificate authority being certificate A, and then there is a subdomain foo.example.ca. For that, we have a certificate authority B, and for the a.foo.example.ca, we have the certificate authority X. Here you can see the example, simpler and more complex example of CAA in working, and this is basically the summary of CAA, and uh, there are not many risks associated with CAA, but there is a limitation in the level of security it provides. Basically, with the help of CAA, you can only determine which certificate authorities can issue a certificate for your domain name, and that is the extent of it. That is where the protection limits. Uh, and That summarizes the CAA for us. Uh, Thank you. These are the resources used in the presentation. Thank you.